Welcome back to Money on a Mission. My name is Cynthia DeFazio, and I am joined today by Colin Evans and Dave Evans of Evans Financial Group, and we're talking all about proper tax planning for your retirement years. Dave and Colin, you both mentioned, obviously, the Roth conversions. So, Dave, I want to ask you a question. Is it often confusing for people to understand how much they should actually convert in a Roth conversion? I mean, how do you come up with that number?
Because they understand when I explain the principle. And the principle is, do you want to pay tax on the seed or you want to pay tax on the harvest? But when they say, well, how much should I convert? And let's say they have 100,000 or 500, whatever the number is, in their IRA or whatever qualified account. And I start with it depends on what's your threshold for pain. Now, it would be inappropriate to say, well, let's do it all at one time, because number one, you just added that 100,000 or whatever the number is to their joint income on the very top, taxed at the worst possible bracket, and triggering the things that we talked about in the last section, which is maybe having to pay more taxes on your Social Security benefits and more taxes on or premiums on Medicare. So typically what we're going to do is say, okay, let's just parcel this out and we'll come up with a plan. There we go with the plan thing instead of the preparation. But the plan is, let's say it's 100,000. We'll convert 20 this year. We can calculate we're going to add $20,000 to their income, and I can look at a tax chart and figure out exactly what the taxes are. Say, here's how much you have to pay in taxes when we convert this 20. Interestingly enough, we can pull out, let's say they had to pay $1,000. We could pull out 21 and take $1,000 we converted, but we just withdrew and used some of that to pay the income tax on the conversion.
Wow.
So
that's incredible.
It's all about the planning process and understanding where the client is now.
Yes.
And then how you can help them with the knowledge that you have. I have been in the business a really, really long time, and one of the things that I absolutely love is being in a conference room, having a financial impact on the clients that we're visiting with. And sometimes people say, why are you still working? I said, I'm still working because I love what I do.
Yes,
and when I can impact their financial future just by the advice and my years of experience and 150,000 schools that I've been to or training sessions and understanding all this, then I think that's a benefit to the people, which I thoroughly enjoy, and they do too.
I can totally see why, Dave. Absolutely. Well, Colin, only about 1 minute and 15 seconds left of this show this week, but what kind of final words of wisdom do you want to give people in the audience today that are thinking about picking up the phone, but they're not quite sure?
You know, this is the time. You know, as we're still in these tax codes and these tax brackets, you can't get a second opinion from the person that gave you the first.
It's true.
And keep that in mind. You know, it's like if I'm going to undergo a major medical procedure that might be advised, I might go check with another doctor and say, hey, you really don't need that. It could be an unnecessary procedure. We've given that conversation before. Hey, you are doing phenomenal. Actually, your advisor put a great plan in place. But isn't it comforting to know that you've heard that? But what if there isn't, or if there's a greater strategy or some other benefits that we could possibly bring to light?
Colin, thank you so much. Dave, thank you so much. To our viewers at home, thank you for spending time with us today on Money on a Mission. If you're in the viewing audience and you're asking yourself, do I have a plan for retirement? Does it involve taxes? Is it holistic? If the answer is no, this is the opportunity to call in, 888-504-2351. Be safe, be happy, and be blessed. See you next week.